Okay, today's probably gonna be the lungs video. Yay! It's gonna be anatomy. Okay, we're starting at a random spot, but it's okay. Bone that is also called Adam's apple, that is a part of the throat, is called the hyoid. Hyoid. So you can sing high notes with your hyoid. It's part of the throat. Adam's apple. Cool. A bony case that protects the lungs, heart, and internal organs is called the thorax. Thor, we could just make up a story. Let's say Thor was stabbed in the thorax. Thor was stabbed in the thorax through the, this is the rib cage? Sure. Thor was stabbed through the thorax. Collarbone that connects the scapula and sternum is also called the clavicle. We know that one. The largest bone of the upper arm is also called the funny bone, is called the humerus. We know that one. The bone of the forearm that is located on the side of the little finger is the ulna. So this is the arm, little finger. That comes the last one, like last in the alphabet, like U is very far in the alphabet, I guess. I don't know. That's kind of poor, but whatever. Ulna. Bone of the forearm that is located on the side of the thumb is called the radius. How can I remember that? Radius. I don't know. Hopefully I just remember that one. The wrist bones, total of 8 on one hand, that help the hand to rotate, make the carpus, which is why we get carpal tunnel. Bones of the palm and the fingers are called the metacarpus and phalanges. That's easy to remember because phalanges, fingers, metacarpus is the hand bones. Largest bone of the leg above the knee is called the femur. Like that time I found the femur in the forest at Sarah's house. Study of the muscles, their function, structure, and diseases is called myology. Yes. The 3 types of muscles are striated, non-striated, and cardiac. Cool. Cardiac muscles. Right? Yes, cardiac muscles. The cardiac muscle is an involuntary muscle that is found only in the heart. That makes sense. Heart, cardio, yeah. The muscle is divided into 3 parts: origin, belly, and insertion. The muscle that covers the skull from the nape to the forehead is called the occipital frontalis. And you can remember that because occipital frontalis, it sounds like it covers a range of things, like the occipital bone, the frontal bone, frontalis, whatever, sure. When massaging, massage from the insertion to origin. So that's from the outermost layer to the innermost layer. So that's why you press into the origin. Insertion into origin. Muscles can be stimulated by electric current, heat rays, steam towel, chemicals, nerve impulses, moist heat, and massages and steamers. Just remember, it's all of the above. It sounds like it can be stimulated by that. It probably is. It's all the above. Occipital and frontalis are muscles that form the epicranius or occipitofrontalis. That's what I just said. So it covers all that. Occipital and the frontalis make up the occipital-frontalis. Yes. Muscles of the ear that draws the ear upwards is the auricularis superior. Okay. Muscle of the ear that draws the ear upwards. So upwards makes sense. That's superior. That means up. And then auricularis, the AUR has something to do with hearing, I think. I don't know. So ears up. Yeah. Auricularis superior. I didn't say that right. Okay, masseter and temporalis, muscles of mastication, are muscles for chewing. Yes. masseter and temporalis. Okay, mastication, that's chewing. I just have to remember that. Platysma and sternocleidomastoideus are muscles of the neck. Okay, neck. Gotta remember that. I was thinking it was the upper back, but it's not. It's neck. Platysma. I think this is like the back of the neck, this long ass one. Okay, muscles that draws the eyebrows down are called the corrugador. Yes, this makes sense. It can't be auricularis because that is something to do with ears. Buccinator is like mouth. Supinator is, I don't know, some mouth shit. Eyebrows, corrugador. Like, it sounds like a Spanish word, which reminds me of Frida Kahlo. And Frida Kahlo had like those, the unibrow. Yeah. The round muscle around the eyes is called the orbicularis oculi, which makes sense. Orbiting, oculi. Ocu means eyes, so orbiting eyes. The following muscle is a muscle of the nose, the procerus. Because we learned platysma is the neck, mentalis is the mouth or something, triangularis is also around the mouth. Procerus is the nose. It's like the nose bridge, I think. The muscles of the mouth are triangularis, depressor labii inferioris. Actually, I'm feeling like this is the wrong answer. I'm feeling like the answer is actually D. I think it's all of them. Depressor labii inferioris. It's not just that, it's also the levator labii superioris, levator whatever that says, orbicularis oris. Oh yes, that's right. Oris, risorius, triangularis. I think it's all of them. I was wrong. Round muscle that makes the upper and lower lips is the orbicularis oris. Yes, so orbiting, oral stuff is mouth. Mentalis is the muscle located at the chin. Mentalis. Okay. The tip of the chin is the mentalis. How can I remember that? Mentalis. Michael Jackson's chin. I think more of a nose when I think of Michael Jackson, but whatever. Mentalis. Michael Jackson's chin. Okay. Vadissimus dorsi, sartus anterior, trapezius, and purgatorialis muscles are located at the chest, neck, and back. That's what I was thinking, actually. Chest, neck, and back, because I remember this one, purgatorialis, are your, I think those are your pecs, like when guys have pecs, you know? So that's chest. A muscle of the forearm that turns the palm upward is called the supinator. So turns the palm upward. So supinator, like when you're saying sup. Muscles that separates the fingers are called the abductors. And I just think of the Scooby-Doo episode with the alien invasion. They wanted to abduct and their hands were all like spread apart. So separating the fingers, spread apart, abductors. Circulatory system that controls the blood circulation is also called the cardiovascular system. That makes sense because none of the other ones make sense. Circulatory system consists of the blood, which is the vascular system, and the blood vascular system and lymph vascular system. So just remember it's two parts, and it's the blood and lymph. Pulmonary blood circulation carries blood to lungs to be purified. Carries blood as part of the system. I wonder if it's all of the above, but I'll just trust that it's the first one. Hopefully that's right. Carries blood to lungs to be purified. Pulmonary blood circulation. Feeling iffy about that one. This blood circulation carries blood all over the body and flows back to the heart. Actually, no, I think this is right based off of this. Yeah. So pulmonary blood circulation just carries the blood to lungs to be purified. So purified, pulmonary, purified, pulmonary. Now this one is this blood circulation carries blood all over the body and flows back to the heart. This is the systemic or general circulation. Oh, I don't know what that says. Okay, whatever. Systemic, whatever circulation. It's the whole system. The whole system, the whole body. The following are blood vessels that carry blood to the body. The arteries, veins, and capillaries. Yes, that's the only one that makes sense. The red blood cells, called erythrocytes, carry oxygen to cells and contain hemoglobin. Carry oxygen to cells and contain hemoglobin. Red blood cells. So, red. Blood is only red when it has oxygen in it, so that makes sense. They carry oxygen. Which blood cells destroy harmful bacteria? This would be the white corpuscles. Okay. White, it could be like angels. Angels destroying harmful stuff. Which blood cells help clot the blood? This would be the blood platelets. Sure. The platelets help clot the blood. They help them group together, I guess. The blood gets carried to the head, neck, and face by the common carotid artery. Yep. Radial doesn't make sense. Radius is in your arm. Ulnar, also in your arm. Dorsalis, I think that pedis is foot. Yeah, this is the only one that makes sense. Occipital artery supplies blood to the back of your head. Occipital. Yes, the occipital bone is at the back of your head. So, yes. Submental artery supplies blood to the chin and the lower lip. Submental. Yes, because the mental is your chin. So you have to remember that. Michael Jackson, mental. Michael Jackson, mentalis, I think it was. Chin. Chin and lower lip. So this is the chin. Posterior auricular artery supplies blood to the, I'm guessing it's somewhere behind ears? Behind ears, maybe? The ears, yes, auricularis. Okay, study of the nerves, their functions, and diseases is called neurology. That makes sense. The nervous system is made of the brain, spinal cord, and nerves. That makes sense as well. The nervous system consists of cerebrospinal system, peripheral, and autonomic system. Okay, the nervous system contains all of them. Just remember that. The brain has the largest mass of tissue in the body. That is true. Nerve cells are also called neurons. Neurons. Nerve cells. Okay. Nerve cells, neurons. So remember N, but not this one. Yeah. The nerve cell is made of two parts, the axon and dendrites. I think the axon is like the actual body of it, and then the dendrites are the little fuzzy shit sticking out. Sensory, afferent, motor, efferent, and mixed nerves are the three types of nerves. So afferent, efferent, and mixed are the three types of nerves. This is true. The nerves that carry messages to the brain are called sensory nerves. The ones that carry messages to the brain. So this is when if you receive a touch, like touch, the sensory nerves are the ones that tell your brain, that actually register that you're being touched. The nerves that carry messages from the brain to the muscles are called the motor nerves. So if you get touched, this is the sensory nerves telling your brain you're being touched, but then if you want to swat the touch away or you jump, like, your reaction is because of the motor nerves. It's your brain coming back to your muscles and saying, like, react to the touch. That's motor nerves. Cold, heat, pain, smell, taste, and touch are felt by sensory nerves. So these are all the outside factors that when they touch your skin, it's felt by your sensory nerves, and then from there, your sensory nerves send messages to your brain. Type of nerves, including sensory and motor, that carry message to the brain are called mixed nerves. Okay, so the type of nerves, including sensory and motor, that carry messages. Okay, so sensory and motor nerves. So these are the efferent and afferent nerves. They're mixed. It makes you confused. Human automatic nerve response to brightening of light, slight impact to kneecap or burn, etc. is called a reflex. True. It's not called a motor response, so do not pick that on the test. Don't pick that, even though it sounds like it might be that. It's a reflex. Largest nerve of the cranial nerves is called the fifth cranial trapezial trigeminal nerve. Alright, cool. The one that sounds the most complicated and the one that makes sense, because all of these ones don't make sense. This is in the mouth, mandibular mouth, auricular ears, and zygomatic is in the mouth, so this makes sense. 3 parts of the fifth cranial trapezial trigeminal nerve are the ophthalmic, maxillary, and the mandibular. Okay, I'll try to remember that. Sure, the mandibular. So the maxillary, the ophthalmic, maxillary, and mandibular. Those sound like mouth muscles. Zygomatic nerves affect the muscles of the cheeks. Yes, I remember that. Zygomatic is in the cheeks. Mental nerves affects, I'm guessing, the chin. No, the nose. What? I actually feel like that's not facts. What? I'm questioning that one. Auriculotemporal nerves affects. Sounds like something with the ears. Outer ear and temple area. Yeah. Infratrochlear nerve affects the area around the nose. Oh. Ha ha ha. So, mental nerve. This one I think is wrong because it's not both of these that can affect the nose. I think this one is chin. Mental nerve affects the chin. I'm going to deem it as that. Hopefully I'm right. The infratrochlear nerve affects the area around the nose. I guess. It sounds almost wrong as well, but whatever. Infraorbital nerves affects the mouth. The lower eyelids too, upper lip, the mouth, the sides of the nose and lower eyelids. Damn, okay, yes. Sure, infraorbital. The chief nerve of the face is the 7th cranial nerve. Is that true or false? Oop, that's not what it's asking. It starts at the lower part of the ear. It spreads to muscles of the neck. It affects muscles in charge of facial expressions. It starts at the lower part of the ear, spreads to the muscles of the neck. Okay, goes inwards, and then it affects the muscles in charge of the facial expressions. Cool. 7th. That's the 7th. Chief. I don't know. Which nerve affects the neck and the platysmal muscle? That would be the cervical one. That makes sense. None of these, the other ones make sense. Which nerve affects the muscle of the lower lip and chin? To be the marginal mandibular. Pretty much when it starts with M, I feel like that's kind of like the lower lip and chin. Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. The nerve that affects the mouth is None of the above. Zygomatic temporal. None of the above. I don't know. That's confusing me. Okay. Buccal nerve effects. I feel like this one might be the mouth. The nose. What? Cap. I mean, maybe. Buccal. The nerves located at the back of the head that affect the scalp muscles are called the greater occipital and lesser occipital. Okay, nerves at the back of the head. Yeah, the occipitals at the back of the head that affect the scalp. So there's the greater and the lesser. Then we have spinal cord originates at the brain. Makes sense. And the nerve that affects the little finger side of the arm is called the ulnar. That makes sense because the ulna is on the little finger side. Nerve that affects the thumb side of the arm is called, let me guess, radialis or something? Radial, yes. All of the fingers are supplied by digital nerves. Yes, digits, fingers, digits. Anatomy is the study of the structure of the human body. Yes, okay. It's not all of the above, it's the structure of the human body, and that's it. Just that. Physiology is the study of functions of the body structures. Functions of the body structures. So it goes more into detail of the functions of the body structures, not the entire human body, which is anatomy. Histology is the study of the minute structures of organic tissue. Histology. Okay. Organic. Histology, organic. Basic units of plants, animals, and humans are cells. Cells are made of protoplasm, cytoplasm, and cell membrane. It's not the nucleus and it's not the centrosome, it's the cell membrane. The membrane, the protoplasm, and cytoplasm. So remember that. Cells reproduce if there is an adequate supply of water, oxygen, food, and elimination of waste. Basically how we live. It's not any of the other ones. Anabolism and catabolism are the two phases of metabolism. So just remember the ism. A bunch of cells that work together to perform a specific function are called tissues. The skin is part of the epithelial tissue. Yes, just remember epidermis, skin. An accumulation of tissues that work together to perform a particular function are called organs. So the tissues grouped together are called organs. Cells together are called tissues, and then tissues grouped together are called organs. Systems are made of a group of organs. So then organs together are systems. Cells together are tissues, tissues together are organs, and organs together are systems. Os is a technical term for bones, which I didn't know before, but yeah. Which bones protect the brain? That would be the cranium. Yes. Hyoid is definitely not that because hyoid is in the throat to sing high notes. It's the Adam's apple, as we learned before. Facial skeleton is constructed with 14 bones, which include the only bones that moves, known as the mandible. Mandible are the chewing bones. So your teeth move. Well, not your teeth, but your jaw moves. The cheekbones, aka malar bones, are zygomatic. So yeah, that's in your cheeks. Okay, that's it. Thank you.